Hi everybody, so you can see we've had a bit of an upgrade, some investment from my school with helping with regards to the whiteboard, so thank you very much. So we're going to look at straight line graphs, but because there's quite a lot for it to be put in for this, I'm going to do one video here and then move on in another video, so I'll do it in two parts. Okay, so straight line graphs. Okay, so first thing we want to look at is the gradients that we would get. If the line is going up this way through the graph, then this is a positive gradient. Okay, it's going down through this way is a negative gradient, and we'll come on to those in a minute. Okay, so let's have a look. So how far I got to play that? Let's have a look at y equals 3. Okay, so these are lovely ones. It would help, wouldn't it, if I labelled my graph, seeing that you'd actually get in trouble in that if you didn't do that on an exam. Okay, so y equals 3. I find where y is on the axes, and use a ruler in your exam. Don't copy my example, I just can't find a ruler today. The graph of y equals 3 basically means I would draw a straight line all the way through 3 on the y axis. Okay, because it means whatever value x is, y is going to equal 3. So if x is 1, y is 3. X is 4, y is 3. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So if I had x equals minus 2, I would find x, I would find minus 2, and I would draw a straight line down through minus 2, because whatever value x has is minus 2, so if say y is minus 3, x is going to be minus 2. Okay, so these are nice proper straight line graphs. Alright. Now, you might get in your exam, you might say, plot a graph of y equals, let's put up here, y equals 2x minus 1. And they might ask you to do it for the values of between minus 2 to 4. So what you would do, sorry I've not made a lot of space on here, okay, I'll rub these out. Okay, so this is when you draw your little grid. So draw your table, you put x at the top, you put y at the bottom, put some lines in, I won't do it if I've made enough. And then they've asked in the question where x is minus 2 to 4. So you would then fill it in 1, 2, 3, 4. I've just fitted that in. Okay, and then I'm going to substitute x into my equation. So minus 2x minus 1, so it means I times x by 2, so 2 times minus 2 is minus 4, take away 1, it's minus 5. Okay, and then on here, minus 2, so it'll be minus 3, minus 1. And sometimes you can see a pattern. Don't always go with that though, because actually, especially if it's a curved graph, you might think you've got a pattern and then it reverses again. Okay, so I would still make sure that you check what your equations. So we've got 2x take away 1, so 2 times 3 is 6, take away 1 is 5. Okay, and then I've got a table of points. Okay, and then I'm going to plot that on my graph. So x is minus 2 and y is minus 5, so minus 2 minus 5, minus 1 minus 3, 0 minus 1, 1 1, 2 3, 3 5, and 4 7, which would be up here. And then you would use a ruler to draw through these lines. Now, because there is a set rule for them, it should be a straight line. If you have one wonky one, and I've not done a very good example here because I've not drawn this to scale, so it's a little bit wonky. If you have a point that seems to be pointing out of my straight line, so it's either side like an outlier, okay, then it's probably that you've made an error in your calculations. Okay, so then I would go back and recheck your calculations. Okay, so this is if they ask you to draw a graph of a certain equation and they give you the points to plot up. Okay.